Hello everyone, how are ya? Hi. I'm coming to you to do a live fertility question and answer series, which you guys love when I do this. It's my once a month Q&A, and then I do a once a month hot seat. So this is not the hot seat. That'll happen, I think, next week or the following or something. This is a live Q&A. So here's how it works. You're going to ask your questions in the question box below. You see that circle with the question mark? You're going to put your questions there, and I'm going to go through an answer. I can only stay on for about 20 minutes today because of a scheduling hiccup that I have experienced. And so, but I still wanted to come live and give 20 minutes of support. And for those of you that are brand new to me, I feel like new followers constantly. I think I grew by like 5,000 followers in the last month, which is insane. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am Aimee Raupp, and I am a women's health and fertility detective, expert, whatever, author, yada, yada. I've been doing this for 20 years, helping women get and stay pregnant. By trade, I guess my lead degrees are in Chinese medicine. I'm an acupuncturist and an herbalist, but I also have nutrition training. I have degrees in biology, in chemistry, in neuroscience. I am a self-proclaimed nerd and love to learn. I've also written 4 books, 2 of them in the space of fertility. So Yes, You Can Get Pregnant came out in 2014. It's still one of the Amazon bestsellers in the space of women's health and fertility, and is pretty much always in the top 10. And then I wrote The Egg Quality Diet 2 summers ago, and that as well is a best-selling book in the space of women's health and fertility. I have 2 other books, one on autoimmunity called Body Belief, and then I have another one, and my dog is kicking the table, called Chill Out and Get Healthy. That was my first book. I wrote it in 2010, or it came out in 2010. And so, yeah, I've been doing this a long time, and I love it. And I have an online coaching platform where I support women all over the world and work with them virtually. I have a whole team of coaches. We also have clinics in the tri-state area. So we have a clinic in Manhattan. We have a clinic in Nyack, New York. We have a clinic in Westport, Connecticut. And yeah, that's it. So I'm going to get into questions. So everybody, just so you know, questions need to go in the question box. I'm not going to answer anything in the feed because it's just too distracting for me. So I see questions rolling in there. So please, if you posted something in the feed, please repost it in the question box. You'll see the circle with the question mark. That's where they go. And okay, if we want vitamin A, is cod liver oil capsules sufficient if liver capsules are not tolerated, or should we get liver capsules for the iron too? Oh, sorry. Let me put that here so everybody can see it. So I love them both. I recommend both cod liver and liver, both, of course, for the vitamin A content, which is really important for fertility and conception and baby's brain development. If you can't tolerate the liver pills, try other organ meats, because other ones are great too. I like Ancestral has some really great ones. In our Rejuva products, we have liver, we have ovary, and we have bone marrow, and we have testes in the sperm products. I have a supplement line that I launched recently with Dr. Mark Sklar and Dr. Zahir Murhi. We're all fertility, experts. Dr. Murhi is a reproductive endocrinologist. And so anyway, we have organ meats in our products because we think they're so powerful. So cod liver oil, if you're taking like 1 teaspoon a day, I think it's enough vitamin A. You want to watch your prenatal because that sometimes has the more synthetic vitamin A, and you don't want too much of that. You want the preformed vitamin A, the non-synthetic, we'll say, that your body can absorb. And you like A when it comes with D because that helps it absorb as well, which cod liver oil has A and D naturally occurring. The liver is an added source of vitamin A. So hopefully that answers your question. I prefer both when I'm working with patients. Great question. Top 5 supplements everyone trying to conceive should be taking. Fish oil, for certain. A good dose of methylfolate. Some kind of powerful antioxidant, like, I'm a big fan of NAD right now, or CoQ10. Then I would do organ meats. I would have organ meats in there. And then, so organ meats meaning like liver or ovary or testes or bone marrow, or, I like the female enhancement by Ancestral. I mean, I love the Rejuva products that we've made. What would I say the fifth one is? I'm like between of like, is it a probiotic, which I really think is so important for microbiome? I'd probably stay with the probiotic over like the Go Quality prenatal. As long as you're getting enough methylfolate and the other nutrients, I don't think we necessarily need the prenatal. And in fact, when I wrote Yes, You Can Get Pregnant, I didn't even have a prenatal mentioned in that book. I recommended liver and spirulina and a good amount of methylfolate and probiotics and fish oil, of course, because there were so many crappy prenatals on the market at that time. There's really good ones now, but that's where I would start. Does H. pylori impact female fertility? So I am new to the GI map and the functional medicine testing. I have a functional medicine practitioner on my team now, and we do in our 6-month intensive program, everyone does the GI map, and it's astonishing how many people have H. pylori, and it's astonishing the changes we see in their hormones and their fertility after we treat it. So yes, I would treat it. I just had a 40-year-old with, she went into early menopause. She needs hormones to cycle. She, of course, was told this would never happen on her own. She's 8 weeks pregnant naturally the month before starting IVF, and her and her husband both had pretty significant H. pylori infections, and we treated it. And of course, we did all the other things. She's working with me. It'll be a year in September, but so she's, she started her 6-month program with us in September, and she's now, whatever this month is, July. So she got pregnant on the June ovulation, and her FSH was like a 30. So yeah, I think H. pylori had something to do with it, personally. Thoughts on colostrum? Yeah, I think I answered this also in office hours. You had just asked it. Same person. I think same person. Yes, I'm a fan. And it seems to be well tolerated for people who can't do dairy as well. I think it's great for the immune system, so I'll use it a lot in the autoimmune type of cases. I like IGI Shield by Designs for Health. I think there's also the Equip, EQUIP. I actually have a discount code for them on my website. If you go to AimmeeRaupp.com/supplements, all my recommended supplements are on there, and wherever I can give you a discount, there's a discount. So yes to colostrum. Thoughts on red light therapy and brand? I did a whole live. You can just scroll back through my feed. It's entitled Lasers and Fertility, so you can't miss it. There's actually a title, picture on it, Lasers and Fertility. I strongly recommend watching that. I think red light therapy can be helpful. It increases circulation and blood flow. I think the devices are quite expensive, and I think there's many ways you could improve circulation and blood flow at a lower ticket item. The research that's out there on lasers and how it improved fertility is not infrared light or LEDs, which all the red light therapies are LEDs. They're actual lasers, like $50,000 laser units that you have to go to and do a protocol. That's the Japanese study that showed reversal of severe infertility is the title of the study. They use the actual laser. So red light therapy, I think, is warming. It'll improve circulation and blood flow. It's not going to do any harm, but it's not penetrating to the depth of the ovaries. Absolutely not. LED is probably penetrating 1 to 2 millimeters into the abdomen. The laser is penetrating like 10 centimeters, so I put red light on the same level as castor oil packs, Mayan abdominal massage, and I would probably, where you would spend your money, I'd much rather you do acupuncture regularly instead of spending the $1,000 on the Saluma. That's just my thoughts. FSH 7.4, LH 8.4, low AMH follicles didn't grow. I would want to know what your estrogen is. And also what the protocol was. Sometimes FSH is low. Did they give you greater than 150 units of an injectable like Gonal or Follistim? And if so, I would go much lower. I would try just Clomid or Letrozole. I mean, I have lots of questions. I don't know what your estrogen levels are. I don't know any previous protocol. I don't know what this protocol was. So it's a really hard question to answer. But I still think there's hope. Always think there's hope. How does the nervous system affect fertility? Good question too. I like these questions. very generally speaking, it puts, when we are, our nervous system is really triggered or kind of on hyperdrive, that puts the body into the fight or flight instead of the rest, relax, and reproduce. So what we want to do is get our body out of fight or flight and into rest, relax, reproduce. So sympathetic versus parasympathetic. We want to calm the nervous system so that the body doesn't think it just has to fight off threats constantly, and rather can relax enough to allow for reproduction to happen. So that's a very high level. A heightened nervous system, someone in chronic stress, going to have different hormone levels, different things are impacting the hypothalamus pituitary ovarian axis, the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis. So it's going to cause hormonal imbalance. And that too will compromise fertility and compromise hormones and compromise, your ability to have a regular menstrual cycle. And then also increased stress can increase oxidative stress, which is the opposite of what we want, right? We want less oxidative stress, because oxidative stress ages us prematurely, causes, the cells to not be as healthy. And so that could compromise egg and sperm quality. Just diagnosed with Hashimoto's and feeling resistant to meds after a huge increase in acne. So stopped. Also trying to conceive, feel so overwhelmed and lost where to start. I would start with my book, The Egg Quality Diet, and I would follow that to a T, because that will help with the autoimmunity and any other inflammation in your body. Not every Hashimoto's person needs medication. You need the antibodies to lower, and then the thyroid can start functioning better. So that's what I would start with. Spend $16 on my book, The Egg Quality Diet, and start there. And there's a tremendous resource page that comes with that book that is, I think, thousands of dollars worth of value that you get for free when you purchase the book. The link is inside the book. I will not give you the link right now. That's where I would start. And, start following some Hashimoto's people online too. Isabella Wentz is one that comes to mind. I just think she's brilliant. WENTZ. Thoughts on NAD/IV? No. Too aggressive, especially for women. I like NAD. I don't do more than 250 to 300 milligrams a day. Our Rejuva egg supplement has the NAD in there. And just so you guys know too, let me just grab the supplements. When you take the supplements that I crafted with my expert friends and a scientist, you will get your NAD is in Rejuva eggs. You also get, you don't need extra NAD, you don't need CoQ10, you don't need alpha lipoic acid, you don't need NAC, you don't need liver pills. So you get to drop 5 supplements if you were taking all of those in place of one supplement. This is 6 capsules a day, and then you add in the Rejuva Repair, which is 3 capsules a day, and it has your acai, your resveratrol, palm bark, TMG, which is really important for choline synthesis and detoxification. Any of you that have MTHFR, COMT, epigenin, which is, there's a lot of research on epigenin and mitochondrial function, quercetin, and bone marrow. So I'm strongly recommending these over anything else on the market. You take these 2 a day for women, and then we have Rejuva Sperm as well, and then the sperm are to take these 2 a day. I mean, the men are to take the sperm. And then you still need a fish oil and enough methylfolate or a good prenatal, and you're kind of good, probiotic. So, but no, I don't like the NAD IV drips. They're just, I think, way too high of a dose. And I've just seen, I have a couple people who are mainly physicians. My physician clients love to do them, and it really does a number on their nervous system and their cortisol levels, and I think it's backfiring. And there also is some research that sometimes it can be like adding gasoline to a fire in that form. So I don't recommend it. I just recommend taking it orally and with other things that are going to help, like cofactors. Just got diagnosed with stage 1 endo, tips for getting pregnant. I would, again, start with my Egg Quality Diet book, 100%. Follow it. Follow all the recs on the resources page that comes with it. that's the best place to start, because you've got to go anti-inflammatory and regulate the immune system. And that's what this is going to do. I would do castor oil packs, acupuncture, herbs, all the things. It's treatable, manageable. You can do it. PCOS, but low testosterone with high DHEA and androsterone. Is this adrenal PCOS? It sounds that way. I'm doing the diet, but still have symptoms. I would, you probably need more time on the diet. A. B, I would make sure you're on myo-inositol and maybe even berberine short term, like 2 months. I don't think you should get pregnant on berberine. You'd have to stop it, but the two combined seem to really help with insulin. And you also need to work, like PCOS, especially with the high adrenal hormones. I mean, testosterone low, but the DHEA high. Really need to look at lifestyle too. Like, the morning sunlight is imperative. Getting to bed before 11 o'clock, absolutely imperative. Not skipping meals, absolutely imperative. Reducing alcohol intake and caffeine intake. Like, in this stage, I think there is a place for those things in your life at some point. But if you're still symptomatic, I would, and really follow the lifestyle stuff. I suffer from IBS and hemorrhoids. Can I use HITS baths while trying to conceive? You totally can. I would say in the 2-week wait, if you could be pregnant, don't make the bath hotter than your body temperature. So no hotter than 98 degrees, which I think is, you're probably not going to do that. Is it possible to get pregnant with stage 4 endo and fibroids, or should I go straight to IVF? It's always possible. But what are you doing to manage the endo is my question then. Did you do surgery? Are you doing acupuncture, Chinese herbs, castor oil packs, mind abdominal massage? Are you doing the diet? Are most of your symptoms gone? Do you have any symptoms of endo? So there's so many layers to that too, but I don't think endo means you have to do IVF. Do I need to take a prenatal on top of the 2 other supplements, or do I not start the prenatal until pregnant? I think you should be on a good quality prenatal or something that's giving you at least 1,600 micrograms of methylfolate every single day. Age 35, AMH dropped from 1.1 to 0.29 in 3 months. Since doing IUIs, 2 failed ERs, doctor says donor eggs. No, you're fine. I'm sorry. The donor egg recommendation is fucking annoying, and it's such a cop out. Why did your AMH drop? Is the first question I would have. Something's going on with the ovaries. Are they maxed out from the cycles? Is there a cyst? Is there endometriosis? The first thing I would do is rule out endometriosis personally in you. I would totally do my egg quality diet, go as anti-inflammatory as you can, do all the things, the acupuncture, the castor oil packs, the herbs, the mind massage, moving your body, getting enough sleep, like all the things. And also, don't let your numbers define you. If you're ovulating and menstruating, you're still dropping an egg and you still have a shot. But no, I don't think donor eggs is the next logical step for you. Prenatal I'm taking is Seeking Health, so would take that as well with your other 2 supplements. Yeah, you can. I like Seeking Health. I hate the 8 supplements. I think it's a lot. The Thorne Basic Prenatal is also a great one, and it's only 3 a day. Again, all my recommended supplements are at aimeeraupp.com/supplements. And I'm going to answer one more question, then I have to leave you guys. Is the castor oil and gua sha massage that you showed in your video equivalent to castor oil packs? Yeah, it is. And I have those videos. If you just go to aimeeraupp.com/castor oil, there's a great video tutorial on there and information, and then my recommended castor oil and all the things, when to do it, how long to do it, all the things. Okay. I have to leave you guys. I love you. I'll be back soon, but this was lovely. Thank you.